Hello boys and girls, I'm back with another Silly Soup video. Today's video is W. The sound is W. The letter is a W. So W, W. I've got lots in my Silly Soup pot today, so I hope you've got your listening ears on and your guessing voices so you can guess what I've got in my pot. You ready to listen? Silly Soup, Silly Soup. What can it be? So the first one is the character in the Three Little Pigs book. So there are three little pigs and a big bad what? I bet you've guessed that. It's a really easy clue. Oh, wolf. The wolf. And he blows the pigs' houses down, doesn't he? A wolf. Wolf. Silly Soup, Silly Soup. What can it be? Now, one of the little pigs in the story made a house out of these, and most of our houses are made out of these. We put them together to make we use bricks, to make have you guessed it? So what our buildings are made from, it's what bricks all put together makes a wall. We've got two walls, that's funny in here, there's two, look, one with red bricks and these ones are white bricks, so this is our colour picture and it's a brick wall. W for wall. Good job. Silly Soup, Silly Soup. What can it be? Now this is an insect Mrs. Hannah is not very fond of. I try and be really brave and I don't run away, but it's an animal that flies in the sky. It makes a buzzy sound and it can sting you when they get angry if you start flapping your arms around. So I try and be really brave. It's a wasp. Oh, look, it's a big picture of a wasp. And they sting with the tail. And they only sting when they get angry or when we're trying to brush them away. So I always try and stay calm, try not to run away screaming. But Mrs. Hannah doesn't really like wasps very much. So wasps. But you try and be brave and they won't sting you. That's what I think is the right lesson to learn. But it's a cool insect and it's got wings. It flies. Wasp. Silly Soup, Silly Soup. What can it be? Now a magician might use one of these to make a magic spell. What do they use? So they use a magic word, abracadabra, but they often have something in their hand. What do they have? A magic wand. Cool, look at this. Sparkles are coming out of this wand. 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 Silly Soup, Silly Soup. What can it be? We wear these on our wrists to help us tell the time. What do we use on our wrists to help us tell the time? We use a watch. Now this one is got a clock face on it. So this one is what I would call like a tick-tock clock. And Mrs. Hannah's watch, look, is a digital watch. So different types of watch. A watch. What's next? Silly Soup, Silly Soup. What can it be? Now, somebody that's maybe injured their leg might have one of these, or somebody that's a bit older, if they have trouble walking, they might, walking, that's a W sound, walking feet, but they might use something, a walking stick. I gave you a clue, didn't I, with the walking? So they use one of these to help them be stable, so to help them balance, and it helps them walk. Walking stick. Silly Soup, Silly Soup. What can it be? Now, what do we wear outside when it's raining? What do we put on our feet when it's raining, when it's really raining and pouring, so we don't want to get our shoes wet, we wear, I bet you can guess, remember it begins with a W, Wellington boots. Wellington boots. I know we just say, sometimes we say welly boots because that's the short version of the word Wellington. Wellington boots. Nice green ones here. Mrs. Hannah's got pink ones. And I know all of you have lovely different coloured Wellington boots. So wellies or welly boots. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? Now, it's a type of, I don't really know. Where am I going with this? Okay, so let me give you a different clue. My brain went somewhere else then for a minute. It's an animal with 8 legs, spins one of these to trap flies in it. What does this animal with 8 legs spin? They spin a web. And I could have given you the clue about Spider-Man. I could have said, what does Spider-Man shoot out? And he shoots out webs, doesn't he? To capture bad guys or bad girls. So a web. Waffle web. Silly soup. Silly soup. What can it be? Now, lots of types of vehicles have these on them. So bikes have them. Cars have them. Carts have them. Every type of vehicle really has them. What are they? Makes them move. They're round. They're circles. They are wheels. Now, I wonder if you look at this wheel, where do you think that wheel is from? Could you guess? Is it from a car? No, I don't think so. Is it from a motorbike? No, I don't think so. Can you guess? Well, I think it's from a horse and cart. So a cart maybe that is attached to a horse, maybe that a farmer would use, or in the Victorian ages when they used horse and carts. So a wheel, W for wheel. Okay, last one. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? Now this is a type of house, or they were used, and they still are, to grind wheat, to make flour. So there's a special type of building that uses wind, that's another word, wind, to move the sails around to grind the wheat into flour. Do you know what type of building that is? It's a windmill. And a windmill, there's still some windmills that work, that do the same, that work still in this country. And there's other windmills that don't work anymore, but you can go and visit them. I love windmills. I think they're beautiful. So a windmill, and it needs wind to make the sails go round. And these are called sails on a windmill. I know that's funny, like on a boat, but it's the same thing. They move around to make things move inside. Windmill. So that was our word sound. Bye-bye, boys and girls. Miss Hannah, see you again soon. Take care.